Hi everyone, it's Mama D here with your daily dose of encouragement. And the enemy does not want this message out. This is try number 7, so let's hope it works. So today's lesson comes from Genesis 19 via 2 Peter 2, 7 through 9, and that'll make sense in just a little bit. So 2 Peter 2, 7 through 9 says, "But God also rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a righteous man who was sick of the shameful immorality of the wicked people around him." Yes, Lot was a righteous man who was tormented in his soul by the wickedness he saw and heard day after day. So you see, the Lord knows how to rescue godly people from their trials, even while keeping the wicked under punishment until the day of final judgment. I have struggled with this lesson for days now. I was having a hard time reconciling the Lot that I read about in Genesis chapters 13 and 19 with the description of him in 2 Peter 2, 7 through 9. I could not make it compute. So I took it to God like we're instructed to do in James 1 verse 5, which says, "If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking." I told God that I don't like Lot, and I don't see how Peter could have called him a righteous man. I also told God that I know 3 things absolutely. 1, the Bible does not contradict itself, so I must be missing something. 2, every single word in the Bible is true. And 3, if it seems like the word is contradicting itself, the problem has to be with me, not the word. I asked him to show me what I was missing, and he answered almost immediately. He said to read the chapters in Genesis from the perspective of 2 Peter being true, not from the perspective of opinions I'd formed or heard. When I went back and read Genesis 13 and 19 again, I had to go back to the 2 Peter passage a lot, and no pun intended. There are still a couple of things that I'm having a hard time with, but by reading it with the thought that Lot is a righteous man in my head, I've been able to basically give him the benefit of the doubt in most cases. Now, side note here, God didn't ask for my opinion, and he doesn't really need my help, but I'm trying to understand his word, so here we go. So an example of giving Lot the benefit of the doubt is in verse 19:14, when Lot told his daughter's fiancés to leave the city because God was going to destroy it, and they thought he was only joking. Before, when I read it, I thought it was because Lot had been participating in the sin and debauchery for so long that they didn't believe him. That's not what it says, though. I was able to ask myself if maybe they didn't listen because the fiancés had been participating in the sin so long that their hearts were hardened. And I remembered that when I read about Ezekiel and Isaiah and other prophets warning the people of coming judgments and things like that, they didn't believe them or listen either. So is it that? Maybe, just maybe, Lot isn't as bad as I thought he was. The passage in 2 Peter says he wasn't. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this. Read 2 Peter 2, 7 through 9, and keep your finger there. Then go read Genesis chapters 13 and 19 flipping back to 2 Peter as needed. I really want to hear, did it change your opinion at all? Or how you think of Lot? I truly, really am interested. And remember, there's enough ugly in the world. Choose Jesus.